Hey all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I'm Darren, and today I'm going to do something just a little different, like I always say. I'm going to actually make a homemade rub, and what I'm going to use is some of this black garlic that I made a couple months back in one of my videos. I really had just been using it by itself, and I've been kind of waiting until I got my move all done before I put together a rub for it. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together this black garlic steak rub, and then we're going to sous vide some New York strips for dinner. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, first thing I'm going to do, I got my ingredients all separated out, and I'm going to mix this rub into this big bowl here. So what I've got is I got my black garlic separated out here. It's powdered pretty good. I got some kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper, and I got some dried thyme, and I got some fine ground coffee, dark roast. You can use espresso, you can use medium to dark roast. I usually go to the medium to dark roast, and I don't use a lot of this. But I like coffee in my steak rubs, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to mix this up, and usually I'll just use a regular tablespoon here and kind of show you what I'm going to do. You can go to exact measurements if you want, but I kind of know what I want to do here. So I'm going to take about 3 regular big tablespoons here, kosher salt, and I'm going to do 1 kind of overstuffed tablespoon of the black garlic, and the same thing with the coarse ground black pepper, and about a little bit less than that on the thyme. And then the coffee, I'm going to do about 1/2 tablespoon here. So not quite as much of the coffee. Then I'm going to go ahead and mix this up really good. You can use whisk if you want, or I'm just using this tablespoon just to get it all mixed together. And you can really smell that, the coffee. You know, coffee kind of complements the pepper. And the black garlic, I might add just a little bit more black garlic, because black garlic is a little bit milder than regular garlic because of the way it's cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and see if that looks right to me. Looks about right on the coffee side, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the black garlic in there. And like I said, the coffee will kind of work with the pepper, kind of enhance each other there. Just a little bit more thyme. If you want to use ground thyme, you can. Sometimes I do that to get a better consistency. I don't, it's up to you really. Sometimes I don't want to have those big twigs of thyme in there, so I will put them in a spice grinder and grind them up really good. And that's it, guys. I mean, I'm going to go ahead, just going to taste it. I really can't tell until I actually put it to use, but I've done this similar type of rub before, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do. You can add other things to it. You can use onion powder in there. You can use rosemary. Usually I'll use ground rosemary. You can put other things like cumin, something like that. Some people put cayenne pepper, but this is just a basic, simple, pretty much salt, pepper, garlic, coffee, and thyme. So, all right, I'm gonna get my New York strips in, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, I got my rub all made. Like I said, it's really easy. Once you kind of get the ingredients down and the proper mixes, It's not too hard. I always put a little bit more salt than I do the pepper and the garlic. And the coffee is about half as much as the pepper. And the garlic is, I put a little bit more in than I normally would, like if I was using regular granulated garlic, just because of the fact, like I said, the mildness of the black garlic is a little bit different than regular granulated garlic. These are my New York strips. They are frozen. They were pre-seasoned before I put them in the bag. So the seasoning that's going to cook in the sous vide is going to, a lot of it's going to come off, but it will mix really well with this rub that I'm going to put on. This rub I'm going to put on to finish them before we put them on the PK grill to get a nice sear. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the sous vide at 132 for about 3 hours. And I'll see you guys back when I put them on the grill. All right, guys, I got these steaks out of the sous vide, and I got my Camp Chef sear box going. That's how I'm going to sear these up. I was going to put them on the PK, but kind of ran out of time, so I'm going to fire up the sear box on the Camp Chef Smoke Pro. So I got these out. I'm going to pat these dry just like I normally would any other steak. Like I said, I did have these seasoned up a little bit before I froze them. I didn't have a whole lot on there. It was just pretty much a basic salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. So nothing that will overpower this rub. So we'll still be able to get to kind of figure out if this how this rub is going to be. Go ahead and get this all patted dry. Get that over there. And then I'm just going to just lightly brush it on here on each side. And I'm going to rub it in. Wouldn't be a rub if you didn't rub it, right? Just kind of rub just a little bit. Just kind of get it every which way. Flip it over. There we go. Like I said, we're just going to rub it in. Just make a nice even coat here. And that's it. Go ahead and get those on the Camp Chef sear box. I'll be right back. All right, guys, my sear box is up to temp. I put a little spray oil on there, tossed my New York strips on, and they're sizzling pretty good. Sear box was probably over 750. I didn't hit it with my thermometer, but it was pretty hot. So I know it's not going to take very long for these to sear up. So about a little over a minute on each side. I'm going to go ahead and flip them and then show you that gorgeous sear I got just on the first flip. I'm going to let them sear just a little bit, about a minute on each side, and flip one more time just to finish up that sear, and we're going to eat them. Well, here you have it, guys. Check these out. They look perfect. Nice sear on them. They smell amazing. Can't wait to cut into it. Get me my Italian knife here. Let me see where I want to take a bite from. I think I'm going to do right here. I'm going to cut it right open in the middle so you guys can see just how medium rare that is. Still. Take me a bite of this. Wow. That's pretty doggone good. Nice mired crust on there. Black garlic really sets this off. Like I said, it was pre-seasoned, but it wasn't seasoned really heavily. And wow, this seasoning also put a nice crust on this. It really did contribute to the crust. But not heavy pepper. It's not overpowering with the coffee. Like I said, the coffee and the pepper kind of offset each other. And, the salt's perfect. The black garlic just really sets this off. It's amazing, amazing taste. If you guys ever get a chance to try the black garlic, Try it. Make your own rub. That way you can adjust the salt, the pepper, whatever you want. Try different kinds, different percentages of the rub overall. Make it the way you want it. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow the Facebook group, very interactive. Make sure you follow the Fire and Water Cooking Podcast because that is growing. Got a special announcement that's coming up. We're going to have a really special guest coming up. So make sure you follow the Fire and Water Cooking Podcast and like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you again on the next Fire and Water Cooking video. Thanks, guys.